them over and they arrested this kid, Marcelo. Again, he is a high school junior. They said they weren't after him. They said they were looking for somebody else, but they took him. This is a kid with no criminal record at all. He is not known to have ever been in any kind of trouble at all. Again, he is a high school junior honor student on the volleyball team and in the high school band. They took him. They've taken him to an immigration prison all alone. They reportedly are trying to move him now to another immigration prison that is farther from home. He does have a lawyer arguing for him to try to get him before a federal judge to try to get him out. But that is who Trump's agents took on Saturday morning in Milford, Massachusetts. Saturday morning, that's when they arrested him. Sunday morning, it was graduation day at Milford High School. And at the graduation ceremony in Milford, Sunday morning, the valedictorian spoke and the class president spoke. And then as soon as the ceremony was over, the whole school marched straight from the graduation ceremony over to the Milford Town Hall to go protest, to try to get Marcelo back.
A Massachusetts town is shaken tonight after a high school junior was picked up by ICE. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us at 11. I'm Sam Reed. This comes just one day before the school's graduation. According to the family and friends, Marcelo Gomes came to the U.S. from Brazil with his family at a very young age. The night team's Mike Cerullo was in Milford as a massive crowd called for his release.
Free Marcelo! Free Marcelo!
A mix of emotions.
This is not acceptable.
Pouring out onto the streets of Milford.
We want him back.
Because he should be with us. He's just one of us. He's just another kid.
It's graduation day, a celebration of hard work and perseverance. But for these students,
hands off our kids!
A sense of sadness, anger, and confusion hangs over as well.
I don't understand why they targeted Marcelo.
Friends and family say Marcelo is a junior at Milford High, taken by ICE early Saturday morning on his way to volleyball practice. His girlfriend spoke with him over the phone Saturday afternoon.
He said, they had put chains around his ankles and on his wrists. I haven't spoken to him since then. I don't know how he's doing.
This sea of people, some traveled from as far as Providence, is wrapping its arms around her and Marcelo's family. Friends say he grew up in Milford and is a key part of the community.
He lights up every room he walks into.
He loves God. He loves volleyball.
He's an honors student in honors and AP classes.
His volleyball coach says he's a bright light.
We didn't know really how to react. I don't think there's a playbook for this.
It's not a common thing to see kids in their graduation gowns at a protest, right? But that's what happened this weekend, yesterday morning. Graduating seniors, tons of kids from all the schools in town, parents, teachers, the whole town basically turned out. They held these signs that said, "He belongs here," and "Hands off our kids." The local Democratic state senator, her name is Becca Rausch, she was there. She spoke to the crowd. The local Democratic congressman, Jake Auchincloss, was there. That was Milford, Massachusetts this weekend. You may remember from a couple of weeks ago that really, really chaotic scene that unfolded in Newark, New Jersey. Do you remember at the gates of the immigration prison in Newark? That was the, pushing and shoving and this real chaos. That's when they arrested the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, before they later dropped charges against him. They manhandled all those members of Congress. Ultimately, later, they arrested one of those members of Congress, LaMonica McIver. Do you remember just the scenes of that, what that looked like, just the kinetic activity there, how chaotic and out of control that scene was, how the law enforcement guys just seemed totally out of their depth. Law enforcement clearly did not know what they were doing, clearly just winging it. They were obviously scared and confused, many of them masked, very, very much overarmed, but they didn't clearly have any idea what to do. And that made the whole scene 1,000 times more dangerous and chaotic than it ever should have been. Those totally out of their depth federal agents at that shameful scene in Newark, those guys who really appeared to be panicked and completely untrained for what they were doing there, they are federal agents from an agency called HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. And if you start looking, when you see scenes like this anywhere in the country right now, you will often see HSI as the logo, if you see any logo at all, on the uniforms or on the patches of these agents. Now, HSI is supposed to be like investigating smuggling rings. They are not an agency that is trained for policing protests or doing crowd control or anything like that. Nevertheless, Trump has them doing that over and over again, all over the country. And when they do things like that, it keeps going horribly wrong because this federal agency is clearly totally untrained for this work and is clearly out of its depth. And so guess who the geniuses were who so nimbly managed this operation at a popular Italian restaurant in the lovely Balboa Park neighborhood of San Diego this weekend? Now, hi, you guys. Somebody apparently told these guys from HSI, these guys from Homeland Security Investigations that they were going to be invading Fallujah on Friday afternoon. Right? I mean, this was bananas. This is a popular Italian restaurant in San Diego. Just as they were opening for dinner on a beautiful Friday afternoon, multiple clown cars full of Trump's HSI agents in full battle rattle with helmets and long guns and flak jackets and goggles and masks and the whole thing. I mean, literally looking like they were going to rappel out of helicopters into the Tora Bora cave complex to fight al-Qaeda. These guys, dressed like this, run into a neighborhood Italian restaurant and reportedly handcuffed the entire crew working at the restaurant, everybody inside. And then they arrested people who were like, you know, busboys and waiters and stuff. And then, unsurprisingly, the whole neighborhood came out to say, what the heck are you doing? Is this Red Dawn? Are we being invaded, Wolverines? This is what you're doing to save us from the terrible menace of, like, the nice waiter at our favorite local restaurant? Trump's immigration agents had no idea what to do.
Get out of here.
Cowards. Cowards. Cowards.
You should be embarrassed. You should be so embarrassed. Look at your face. Look at your face. Look at
Ultimately, these Trump immigration agents, dressed up like soldiers, they made this San Diego street corner look like they were in a war zone because they were so completely unprepared and untrained and flummoxed by all of the neighbors and passersby, understandably, yelling at them and telling them to leave people alone. They were so scared and so unprepared and so untrained for this completely predictable situation that they set off multiple, what appeared to be these flashbang smoke grenades against the random neighbors in San Diego, against the people on the street who were outraged by what they had done, who were demanding that they identify themselves, for one, and that for two, they get out. This kind of thing, seriously, this is not a sign of strength. This is not a show of force. This is a show of weakness and cluelessness. These guys talked themselves into the idea that the country would be so excited to see them be really performatively cruel to immigrants, right? They thought this would be a great, political advantage for them. We will perform feats of military-like strength, going after immigrants and humiliating them and debasing them and abusing them for public consumption, and that will build our political capital. That's what they thought. Turns out everywhere they try it, everyone in America hates it. Everyone hates what they're doing. This weekend, the restaurant opened back up. They said they were going to support their employees every way they could, and they were working on trying to get them back. Local residents have now formed an organization to try to help. The restaurant is dealing with just an outpouring of local support as they try to figure out what they're going to do. One local GoFundMe was set up for the families of the people who were taken away. They set the goal at that GoFundMe for raising $60,000 for the families. I checked it an hour or so ago, and it was already up over $88,000 raised. The San Diego mayor is demanding answers. The local Democratic congressman, Scott Peters, is demanding